On the computer. All right, we're recording. I'm so excited. All right, so a lot of you guys, everyone on here is pretty much on our leadership page, and I could tell on Teams, and everyone was super excited that you were coming on when I said you're coming on. So everyone's been watching your video, so I'm so excited. So everyone that's popping on tonight, long story short, I'll make that long story short, with my team, we were doing a training, and a lot of my team in general were struggling with PRV, parties, recruiting. And I found myself kind of stuck because I'm a high recruiter, and a lot of my sales come off social media. I'm like huge on my stories. A lot of you guys follow me. I'm big on my stories. I'm big on my social media. So I was finding myself like kind of in a hard place to teach something that I wasn't used to. So they were asking, I'm not good on social media, and I don't want to use social media. I don't want to share my personal life. How do you do it outside of there? I don't really have experience with that. I'm kind of like, I don't really know, because that's all I've ever really known is social media. So when like I said earlier, when Chloe did her leadership training 2 weeks ago, I had brought up, how do you go about this with outside of social media? I don't know how to train my team anymore. I'm kind of stuck on my leadership part. And she had a good point to reach out to other leaders. And she mentioned you, Wendy, and I'm so excited that you agreed to do it. So here we are. So Wendy is here for everybody. How long have you been doing it now, Wendy?
Oh my gosh, 11 years.
That's awesome. Yes, that's so awesome. So yeah. She is the bomb. If you guys have watched the videos, which a lot of you guys had said you were, y'all know that she is a vibe. You're a vibe in yourself. I love it. So I'm so excited. And she's pretty much here to talk about like just her top tips outside of, social media is not everything. You don't have to have social media to be successful. And I believe that. I'm having trouble being a leadership and training on that. So.
Well, I hope tonight, are you ready? You guys ready?
Yes.
I hope I'm going to give you so many ideas, so much inspiration that your mind is blown. But remember, you can watch trainings all day long and you can take notes. But the minute you apply it or try one thing from tonight, that's where the success happens. You can't do all the things. Mm-hmm. Pick one, maybe two, and try that. And then maybe a week or two later, do the next one, because I'm going to give you a lot of tips. Let me give my rundown. I've got my little list here of what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to talk about fundraisers. You know why? I just made some new fundraising forms, and I'm going to drop the files. I've got 6 new fundraising forms. I've got 5 plus a new virtual one as well. Okay. I'm going to talk about events. Love events. I'm going to talk about farmers markets in your area. I'm going to talk about one-on-one personal shopping. I'm going to talk about booking your own party in your home. I'm going to talk about bag parties, text parties, shopping links, and a mobile office party. Are you ready?
I'm so excited.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So, woo. Okay. I'm going to take a deep breath. We got enough. Everybody's on. We're recording. We're good. Okay. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Wendy Heath-Newgass, and I'm a superstar director out of Southern California. I kind of joined this business because I wasn't doing so well in my current direct sales company. I've been in direct sales, almost 20 years. So I did jewelry before this, but jewelry was a selfish buy. When the economy was tough and people didn't have money, people weren't buying that because it was a selfish buy. People will buy stuff for their homes. That's why we did so well during COVID, because they're working from home, or they'll buy something for their home and they don't feel bad about it. It's that non-guilty buy. But to buy yourself a piece of costume jewelry, it feels a little selfish when money is tight. So it wasn't working for me at the time. So I seriously dropped all the cookie leaf pink, picked up Scentsy purple, sold all my jewelry at half price, and went in and decided I do one thing well. I don't do 9 direct sales businesses. And if you do and you can do it, God bless you. But I really believe you put your efforts into one thing. If you have another job, that's okay too. You got to have another job sometimes until you can get to Scentsy in your business at the point where you could leave. But remember, you can't do 9 direct sales companies and be successful. No, it just doesn't work. So remember, in Scentsy, we work on the 4 S's. Hear me out what that is. We share, we sell, we sponsor, and most importantly, have systems in place. Those 4 S's are our lifeline to our business. Like Courtney's saying, oh, I share on social media and I can sell and I sponsor and I do all the things. Meanwhile, I wrap it together with my systems. But what do you do when social media, that's right, Kelly got that up there. What do you do on social media when suddenly you're not getting notifications? Have you guys noticed? Algorithms are changing, things are changing. So you call the old lady here who does all the things. I do all things outside. I know she's laughing. Guys, I'm 56 and all this is no coffee. Scary, huh? So I'm going to talk about first is fundraising. And raise your hand if you're live, if you've done a fundraiser before. I just want to see. Okay, so just really a couple people. I can't see some of them because they don't have a face. No Facebook. Okay, a few of you have. Okay, so what's cool about fundraising, it's a great opportunity. We know March 1st, a new incentive is coming. We need to get out and meet more people. Gee, a fundraiser. Wow, lots bigger opportunity. We know we're going to get high PRV. We know we're going to give up our profit. To me, that is the most amazing thing. Fundraising is so helpful right now. I'm going to get emotional because families are hurting, businesses are hurting. Reach out to a family who maybe is struggling to pay their bills. Get together with one of her family members and do a fundraiser that's a personal fundraiser. You know, you can do that and give your profit up. It is so important. I'm doing one for a local restaurant who's getting ready to close. I'm going to set up inside there, hear me out, and I'm going to have them do a couple of food menus that night, a couple basic things. I'm going to sell inside the restaurant off a balcony with open air, and I'm going to give all my profit that night. I'm going to meet a lot of new customers. We're all going to save a restaurant. So fundraising doesn't have to be just cheer teams and dance teams, and people need funds now. COVID has hit families and businesses hard. Support your local business and go in there and say, I'm trying to earn an incentive in tune. I can help you in your business. Let's do a fun Scentsy night. They can announce it and they can say, come and shop, and maybe they're going to give some of their profit. We're going to gather money for the restaurant. I know it's way different, but I'm kind of thinking outside the box in these times. Another fundraiser that I love to do, besides like a cheer team or a dance team, is that personal one. I know you've got people who've got medical bills or things like that. You can always reach out. I am going to drop Courtney all my files. I've got one for a scent circle, a buddy clip, okay? Again, that's if you want to do forms, a fragrance flower document, a full catalog document. I think I forgot one. And I made up a new virtual one that is just a virtual document. Let me show you what it looks like. Has anyone ever seen my fundraising forms? A couple of you. Oh, I better share them with you. First and foremost, okay, I hope you guys got some time because I'm just going in. Are you okay? You know what? This is what I do. So this new fundraising document is straight out of Scentsy Success Store, okay, our consultant store. It is probably the best document. It is fundraising envelope, and it has the organization or the teacher, the student's name. This document has changed my business. I used to have to create a label, which I had to put on here. On the back, it's got fundraising instructions as well. Buy yourself a packet of these if you want to try these fundraisers. So in each of my fundraising group, I'm going to show you each file. Each file has a beautiful letter that goes to the coordinator. I'm just going to show you a visual. It's like, dear fundraising coordinator, thank you for your interest in this fundraiser. It talks about how you host the party. In addition to, as a consultant, I'll separate all the orders. It goes on and on about contributing more than we take. You've seen these? Okay, so I make these every season. So this first one is the document that you would go to an organization. Let's say Taylor's preschool. She has kids, I'm guessing Taylor, and her preschool is like, we need funds. What can we do? You would go to them with this packet, but this is what the fundraising coordinator will do. The cover letter is for them. Everything else basically in the package is what you can put in the package. Now, some of you are saying, but my kids aren't in school or they couldn't take a document. That's why I made some other documents as well. Inside these forms, if you've seen them, I have a new section now where it says Venmo. So you can take Venmo as well, because that's the sign of the times. So I have a full catalog. I've got a fragrance flower fundraiser, and this document is really unique. Every single page, the front page is the coordinator. The next page, oh, here's a fragrance flower fundraiser. You mean that if 20 kids sold 15 flowers, I'd write you a check for $1,200. Guys, this is your sales piece. Every document has a graph like that you go to the coordinator and say, how much money you're trying to make? Boom, boom. This is where you coordinate with them. So you do those first two information documents, go to the coordinator. But this is how you go in and sell yourself. If you were going to go in and show this, all 5 fundraisers, I'd bring a scent circle, a buddy clip, a fragrance flower. I'd show them all the things, right? So on the back page, I did this beautiful documentation that the kids would take home. Buttercup Bell, Dahlia Darling, all the flowers, all the scents, how to take money. Oh, you mean a little QR code to Venmo? Oh, bam. That's the easiest way, right? But the most important thing, it says, please make sure they reference participant's name and the organization for the fundraiser. I thought, we've got to think cash, quick. People aren't going to always be writing their credit cards down. So my fragrance flower fundraiser is probably one of my favorites. But wait, there's more. Look at me. The next one is the same kind of document, is a car bar fundraiser. And the same thing. The first page is that. Here's your car bar fundraiser. Here's your grid that shows you how many kids participated. Each kid bought 3 car bars for $17. If they sold 20 packs of those, 50 kids, I'd be writing them a check for $4,250. Are you freaking kidding me? How much money do they need? What is their goal? Now we talk about how they set a goal with the kids. If they're like, oh, we need like $2,500. Well, 30 kids need to sell 23 packs of car bars, and I can get you that fund. That's the goal you need. So that's what's so beautiful about these fundraisers. The first 2 forms are for them. And then of course the back 2 forms, you'll see them. It talks about what it is. They're really beautiful. And I make them aesthetic every single time. Same thing with the buddy clips. Like I have a picture on here. It'll say on the buddy clip, the back page, it shows each of the buddies and the scent that it's in. And I did add the Venmo. So of course the buddy clip is the coordinator letter, how, and then the next page, these 2 are for them. This is when you sell your fundraiser. The next page shows you how many kids participate and how they do it. Does that make sense? Are you guys good with those fundraising forms? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to share anymore. I don't want to take up too much time. I did a fundraising training for an hour last night in another group. That's awesome. The last but not least is my scent circle. I'm telling you why this is so beautiful. It's kind of an easy win. Everybody likes these. I've had the most success with it. Again, front page, coordinating letter. Next page is the one you go to them. It says, Scent Circle fundraiser proposal. Example, 30 participants were each given the task to sell 15 6-packs of scent circles at the cost of $15 plus tax. I will not raise my prices. They are not going to be $20. I only do catalog prices. Done. Sorry if you think that people want to, I just don't. I don't change mine. If you want to raise the prices, these aren't the forms for you. Anyway, so if they did that, if 30 kids sold 15 6-packs, that would equal $6,750 in sales. You want to talk about being top 50 in the next trip? Here you go. When the fundraiser ends, I would donate my commissions back to you. That would be $1,687.50. It spells it out right here. And same thing. How many participants, how much they need to sell. Remember, those top 2 pages go directly to the coordinator when you're selling it. And then here's another thing that says, I'm participating in a fundraiser. These are your scent choices, and here's the way to use them. And for the scent circles, I even did a descriptions page. I know, it describes all of them. It's huge. And then, of course, the basic document. So there are 5 files, and each of them have all the forms. It's going to be, I'm going to drop them all with you. But my favorite one before we get done with fundraising is the new online fundraising event. Okay. One paper, one document, one email, however you want to share this. This talks about Scentsy being an international leader in the home and personal fragrance. And it talks about warming the heart, enlivening the senses. Oh my gosh. And then it goes into this. To support and shop and support the fundraiser, please use the QR code below that scans directly, are you hearing me, to the shopping link. Or copy and paste the link below to your browsers. For the older people who don't know how to do the QR code, come on, I was thinking of everything. And then it gets even better. There's 2 QR codes below. Scan the code with your camera app or your smartphone. We got to tell them what to do. The second code is for you to make a video message. Let me tell you why this is so important. Because a piece of paper, this is all it is. You can gather sales. You can give a video message. Maybe you could say, Taylor's preschool. It's called Sunnyview. Hey, Sunnyview parents and students. I'm here. My name is Wendy Heath-Newgass, and I'm just giving you the opportunity. I'm donating all of my kit commission, which is 25% of the retail value before tax. So shop knowing that I contribute more than I take, or whatever your video message says. I think that's a personalization. If you don't want to put a video message, put a sticker over it. But to me, that is how I fundraise. You've got to make it personal. Just sending an envelope home doesn't know that you need to get the connections. My best fundraisers I've ever done is when the dance team parents all showed up on dance night, parent night. I set up a table. They got to see all 3 systems. They got to see it all working. They took the packets home that night. Bam, right? The short video could be all about diffusers. It could be talking about changing the wax, talking about your heart so they feel compelled. You are making it personal. It's a personal experience. You know, with Scentsy, it's so much about the experience. And if they don't have that, show them, tell them, right? So there's my fundraising. Is anyone excited about the forms?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When you pass out the forms to the parents or anybody else, on it, I know you said there's a QR code and then there's a website for them to directly purchase. Does anyone, when they Venmo or on that form, does it pretty much say this is the amount plus tax if you buy this much, or do they contact you and you let them know?
No. It says down there's a spot that you could do it because everybody's tax is different. I try to make forms generic in that tone where you pop in your message, you pop in your price, done. Okay?
Got it. Perfect.
I mean, you could even say everything in your video message. You can say, this is a full catalog fundraiser, the shopping link. You can buy anything. Remember, 8.75% tax, boom, bottom line.
Perfect.
Yep. And when they Venmo you, kind of it's a whole nother, I forgot about the fragrance flower party. I had another, it's okay. I have a lot to share. So you could say something like, I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, no idea what I was going to go with. So
fragrance flower, when you do the taxes on it and stuff.
Yes. And I try to do that, but the Venmo, goes directly to me. But if they don't reference it, that's the bottom line. You need to make sure in your video to say, when you send a money Venmo, it's awesome, but make sure you say Taylor's Sunnyview Preschool, and maybe it says dance team. You want to say, I'm sponsoring Kelly Williams, or my money goes directly to Kelly Williams. You've got to name the person as well. Perfect. So we excited about fundraisers?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Because you're going to get all the forms. All of them. Yeah. Okay, Stephanie Leatherwood is. I just saw her say yes.
Everyone sounds pumped about these. The chat's blowing up. Everyone's excited.
Okay, tell me who you could fundraise for. Let's just throw some stuff in chat. Who are you thinking right now? Think about it. Can you do me a favor? Because I'm not just going to sit here and talk. I'm going to make you work a little bit. I want 3 names you got right now on your paper, 3 names or 3 organizations that you can gift to. Who can you do a fundraiser for? You got to think right now, because these trainings are great when you sit and listen. I want you to apply this. Local volleyball team, there you go. See, that is what I need. Children's Hospital, my friend's baseball team. You guys have to think. Now I want you to put it together and put it on paper. Now, tomorrow morning, later tonight, you can already reach out to the people and already start working, because I really want this to be a training that has a finale where good things happen, because that makes my heart so happy.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm taking time for you. I want you to get something from this. It's so important to me. I'm a 3 in the Enneagram, if you guys need to know.
Oh, so I have to always,
yes.
I'm a 3.
You have to bring value. I can't just show up. I have
Yes.
to bring value to everything I do, right?
Maybe I think I read the wrong parts. Yeah, I read the good parts, then I read that part of 3 is when you care what people think about you. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I do. Yeah, I guess I do.
Don't we all?
I know. That's so true. Oh,
Sorry.
I love it. A friend that is currently in the hospital with her husband trying to prevent preterm labor with twins. There you go.
Oh.
Get all the nurses together, get family together. Oh my God. Yeah.
Down.
Oh my God.
That is everything. That is life. Who said that?
That was, where to go? Ashley Holloman. Yes.
Ashley, I need to hear about this fundraiser. I can't wait. Oh, my heart is beating so fast. That's what it's all about.
Amazing.
Okay, so hopefully you guys wrote at least 3 people or 3 companies or 3 groups that you're going to reach out to, right? Everybody? Okay, I'm going to move forward. Okay, so in California, we have a tiny bit better weather. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. What happens is we get to do a lot of events and a lot of farmers markets. So I know maybe now is not the best time for you to get out, but I want you to do a Google search on your phone, farmers markets, events, boutiques near me, around me. Start to get out now, because events are going to be huge when this all opens up. We can be outside. I have 5 booked for next month. I have 20 booked through August events. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
But you know what the cool thing is about event? I did an event training. If you guys do events on my YouTube, it's probably a little whiles back, but it's really one of my favorites, because it talks about when you're at an event, you don't just stand. Once you land it, you've got all these other events and all these other companies, North Carolina. Okay. All these other, I was reading something, all these other companies that, Origami Owl or whatever, essential oils companies. First things first, you need to walk around the event and talk to everyone. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you're struggling for parties, go over to another direct sales company and say, I'll do one for you if you do one for me. Again, that is how you can get one right now. 31 bags, whatever. You've got to network everywhere you are. I'm serious. Because besides being an event, who can you think of 3 people right now that do direct sales that you can party swap? You just booked yourself 3 parties. We don't know what type yet. 3 people. Everything I'm telling you is in 3s, because I believe that 1 of 3, you're going to land every single time. It's a numbers game, guys. The more mud you fling against the wall, the more that's going to stick. Mm-hmm. You've got to keep throwing that mud. My dad taught me that when I was a little girl. So I love events because I get an opportunity to meet people. Do I stand there with stickers, seriously, with our stickers, and stick them on people when they walk by? They don't come in. Yeah. I'm going to put a sticker on them. You'll see kids with stickers on their forehead, stickers on their arms. When I'm in public, you know why? These smell. They're going to remember you. They may get to the next booth and come back and say, oh my gosh, I got to go see that crazy blonde lady because she put stickers on my kids and my kid smells yummy. I'm serious. People love stickers. Don't forget. So every event or every venue, I meet people because I'm just kind of out there. I don't stand behind my booth either. Yeah, someone has to be out there greeting the people. Do you ever walk by and you see someone sitting down? Oh my gosh. There is no sitting. I stand, and I'm old, and I stand for 8 hours at the Huntington Beach Pier. You guys will see me out next month, and I don't sit down because I'm not going to waste an opportunity. It's an 8 or 10-hour day, but guess what? Give it your all. You have to. Serious, you've got to give it your all. I also take my counter clean. Don't laugh. Seriously, I see people with dirty tennis shoes. I got my rag. Come here, girlfriend. Let me clean your shoe. She's like, wait, what? I clean the whites of their tennis shoe with my counter clean. And they're all, wait, that product does that? I'm like, yeah, but you know what it does on your refrigerator? Do you know what it does for your kitchen counters? and I go on with the spiel, but I pull them in by offering to clean their tennis shoes. Event is an opportunity to meet people, and you can't let people go by. If they're going to come by, they can scan your QR code. You can scan, you can get their information. This is what you need to do. You need to connect. Of course, it's all about the sales. And I could go on and on. I have tons of sales tips. I'm really good at sharing and selling. People don't say no. I know that's a weird thing to say, but when you're out doing it a lot, you kind of learn ways to pull them in. When I'm at an event, I pull them in with scents. I pull them in with cleaning their shoes. What's your favorite scent? Smell this. Oh, do you like fresh or clean? I guide them that way. We always start with scents, and then I fill them with their warmers or with their oils, with their diffusers. You always start with the scent at events. Woo! Okay, and don't forget to have these fun little things, stickers, counterclaim, right? If you're going to take your time and set up and get up at the crack of dawn and do it, you might as well make it the best thing ever. Every time I'm out, I live life like today's my last day. Just how I roll. So events are fun. There's also farmers markets. You know, you can do a Google search and say, farmers markets near me. I wonder if there's any. I've got girls who are out every Saturday. Something we can do, as long as there's rules. You have to be able to set up and take down every day. It has to be within 50 miles of your home. So make sure you double check the event rules before you go and do that. But I do the Huntington Beach Pier, and it's random weekends all year long. I usually do it from like March. I have one, nothing in April. I have May, June, July, and August. I think in one in September. So every year it's based with Surf Sunday events. I have surf music. It's so fun. I'm at the beach. I'm selling, I'm sharing, but also I'm getting a whole database of new people in my business. That's why we do events. Do I sell a ton? I do. Do people know when I put it in my story that I'm there? Do they come down and find the turquoise easy app? They do. That's what it takes when you get an event. If you do a farmer's market, it's that repeat business. It's that repeat customer. Even if you're there once a month, tell your people on your VIP page where you are, how you're sharing, where they can meet you. So here goes a whole nother thing. Now, what I notice is, are you ready for this? What I see is one-on-one shopping, personal shopping parties at your home. Have you thought about that? Mm-hmm. I've got a lady who has so many things and she wants to come over to my house. My rules are she has to wear a mask. We meet in the garage. That's where I have my stock. Remember, I carry stock because I do events. So we come in the garage, I put her down in a chair. She sits down. I see it, depending what time of the day. Do you want a glass of wine? Do you want to have water? Would you like a coffee? I offer personal shopping links for 1 to 2 people in my garage at all times. Okay? Someone calls and they're like, ooh, I want all the new spring. Do you want to come over? Do you got an hour? Do you got 30 minutes? Come on by. That is where you sell the most because they can see and smell. My favorite thing is walking them through my home and seeing that I have a Scentsy home, right? They have to see. I open up above my laundry and they see, oh, she's a jammy time freak. That's where my laundry is. When they see and believe, if they use the bathroom, they know they're going to have a Scentsy hand soap and hand cream right there. You have to show your Scentsy life. That is where it makes it better when you do those personal shopping links. Whew. Another way you could do a party is, you know, if you have another friend that's a vendor and it's okay at your home, if you're not okay and you need to be in the backyard or in the garage, or of course, I'm asking you guys to be safe. COVID is not going to be around forever, but safety must come first. Why not have your own canopy in your driveway and invite a couple vendors to an open house right out in front? I see more and more people doing that. Even if it's just smell some scents and you don't have any stock, you don't have to have stuff. You're going to gather information. Let me get your information. Oh, you love Luna. Let me show you all things Luna comes in. Oh my gosh, have you smelled the new scent Cocoa Lime? It's so amazing. Again, pop up your own shop in your front yard. Why not? Right? Can't do it every weekend. Can't do it every day, but you can do it. I'm serious, right? I'm so excited. Okay, so your own party. Oh, it's funny because if you get another vendor, I know, but you get another vendor or two, sometimes someone will stop for the clothing or they'll stop for the 31 bags. or whatever. So don't just do it by yourself. We're better together, right? The more people, the more energy. Sorry.
I will say, I'll add to that too, is just with like the adding the vendors and like doing party swaps and meeting. I know some people think, well, I want all the sales, I don't want to share. I get the best tips when I party swap. I get the best Facebook party tips when I party swap with people. And I'm always doing parties for other people. And I'm like, man, she uses like emojis and like she gets so much interaction. And so I think it's a really, I'm gonna do that in-home party. I'm doing that. Vendors,
yes.
I'm doing that.
You know what? You've got a brand new catalog. You can offer all your best hosts, if they're a host, to come by and shop the new line and see all the things. And if they book a party, maybe give them an extra prize, have some bags there, have some fragrance flowers. You know, that is the best gift to give somebody. Mm-hmm. Do you know that I got 5 parties and 2 teamies by walking into an establishment? And after being there once, okay, it might have been for some Botox, I'm going to be straight up. And I put a flower on. To know me, you got to love me. I am so, this is who it is all the time.
Love it. I love it.
So I put a flower on the counter and I put my little wooden coaster. Of course, on my wooden coaster has my little round label on the bottom. So they never forget who they got the flower from, because it's a little hard on the flower. So my little wooden coaster, I buy them from, Amazon. I give them the flower, I put it on the counter. The sales keep coming. It never stops. And now I've got 2 girls who joined. One is in another store. She was there for the day. The other one works there now. I don't even have to share because they do it for me. Remember, when you gift a company, or say you're going to change out all your new warmers in your home. This is my favorite. Okay, so you're going to change all your warmers and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this? I didn't save the box. It's kind of used. That's the one you go put in the dry cleaners, or you go put wherever you frequent, in the doctor's office. A couple catalogs. Go in there and change the scent if you can do that every few days, or tell them to do the same. Say, I'll keep the scent if you keep changing it. Here's some cotton balls. Here's some cotton cleanups. This is how you change it. Their office smells fresh. That's how I got in a doctor's office, a girl who joined. Do you know that that surgeon, instead of sending flowers now, is going to gift everybody a fragrance flower? I helped them create a Canva card for them, a thank you from that doctor. So instead of sending flowers, that only lasts, a week or so, he's giving them a fragrance flower.
I love that.
Isn't that so cute? But just by giving one, it changed my business, right? New teamies, more sales. She's doing great. She's almost certified. This just happened a couple of weeks ago. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so what's your advice? What would you say for maybe, okay, for me, I don't ever go to the doctors. I never have appointments. Okay. What would you say for people that don't have that? Would you just go to whoever you may know, or maybe reach out on Facebook and see who works at something, you work somewhere, or maybe bring one in? Or what would I would ask my friends or family to give me an opening. Mm-hmm. I don't like cold call. I think it's very weird. But say my sister works in a doctor's office. I said, hey, guess what? Can I come down there and give a fragrance flower and put a little basket in the break room with some testers? And she's like, yeah. So when I go in, my sister Holly got me in. Okay. Like anything, the fundraiser is going to be better when you have a connection. Mm-hmm. Just cold calling is weird. It really is. Yeah. So I went there the first time and met all the girls and was super kind and gave them a couple samples. The next time I came in, I always have sample bags with me. I'll show you everywhere I go. My little mobile office, always have samples. So the next time I said, before I went to that appointment, I said, ooh, I'm going to bring a flower. So then they were getting ready to do an open house for their business. Who did they invite? Me. Right? It was so amazing. So you just never know. Okay. I know I have so many parties. Here's my mobile office. You're going to laugh, but this is honestly what is in the back of my car. It's got a thank you note. It's got samples. I have to have things that don't melt. Scentsy soap, of course, counter clean, and laundry samples, washer whips, my catalogs, join, thank you notes, business cards if they want it. Honestly, I just love to give them this with my link tree. Has everything on there in one spin. But I keep this with me because no matter where I am, I can always go back to my car, right?
You should have in the side door of your car a catalog, a scent circle, a thank you note, always ready to go. I don't drink coffee, but if I was through that Starbucks drive-through, every time I went through, I'd hand them something, right? You never know where it's going to end up. This is how we frequent. This is how we sell, share, and sponsor without being on social media, being out. But having this little mobile office, it's honestly just a little tote I have in the back of my car that at any time I can give people samples and get them excited. Does it have a join? Yes. And then do I always have one of these ready? That is my opportunity packet. I buy these big envelopes on Amazon because I give them the gift of the opportunity. And you know what I do when I present it? I don't just hand them the gift. The reason why they call it a present, because look at me, I present them the gift of the opportunity. Don't ever forget that. Everything you do, it could be just a piece of paper or some lovely confetti in here. Honestly, guys, it's got the You Belong Here. It's got my Scentsy card. It's got a catalog. It's got information about joining. It's got all 3 systems. What else? Oh, I have shooting the starter kit information. And then of course this form, I'm sure you've seen it a million times. It's got my picture on it, but it says top 10 reasons to join. And that is right here on the outside. Now, if this person is not excited about this, I say, that's okay. Can you do me a favor and pass this on that somebody wants the opportunity? I'm changing lives 1 cent at a time, and I'd love to change yours. But if it doesn't work for you, that's okay. Will you present this to someone else? I promise I'll take care of you if they join. Again, that takes the pressure off of them. Remember, it's a present. You're never going to hand someone a present the same way you've done before. I swear, it's going to change your life, because people are not going to ever remember what you said. I get really emotional. They're always going to remember the way you made them feel. And we need, in this time, in this day, people need to feel special. So, special little pack that is in my mobile office as well. I have 5 in there at all times. I'm not afraid to pass them out. I'm not afraid. Again, I never hand anything out without getting their information, whether I follow on social media so I can share. Don't present anything without getting their information, because they can have all that stuff. Are they going to call you back? No, you need to reach out. And I tell you, anytime you gift or give anything, 24 to 48 hours is your window to contact them. That's bottom line. Okay, that's a whole nother training. This is, now you guys know we could do bag parties. Okay, my bag parties got a little extra. You know why? Because I think people need to experience. These bag parties you can buy on Amazon. You guys know, you've seen them a million times, right? Has everybody seen the bags? They are plastic. This one runs about $17. They have some for $4.99, $5.99. Use what you have. I'm not asking you to go out there and spend money. Could you put this in a grocery bag? You absolutely can. There is no excuse why you can't run your business. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. So I'm going to show you what's in my bag party now, because they need to experience everything. It's a mini warmer and a Scentsy bar. That's in one of the bags. Oh, the next one is that I tell them to use it, right? The wall fan diffuser and pods. They got to experience it. Here is all of my testers, right? Do I put all the testers in there? No. You know why? They just need fruity, fresh, bakery, a good little mix of all of them. And of course, some coffee beans, of course, to cleanse their palate in between these testers. Do you know the best way? You probably know this, but I'm going to share this because when I tell people this, they say, what? When you open up a tester or a wax bar, if you don't rub your knuckle to waken up the scent, if you go like this, even on the bar, that is the closest scent you will smell to it actually warming. You need to waken up that scent every time. Yep. Did that blow you away, or you guys already knew that? You guys already knew that. She said, no, I didn't know that. Anyway, so I tell my host the same thing, right? Okay. Then in here, you're going to laugh. Hand soap, right? Fragrance mist, hand cream. Huh? Really? Yep, they got to experience it. Give them a clipboard, because I want all the information. I always highlight name, address, phone number, email. That is the 4 points of contact we always need to get. Guys, 4 points of contact. If you don't put all that information in, if that person somehow ends up on Scentsy.com, you're not going to be connected with them unless you have those 4 points of contact for every contact in your organization. Don't let money slip away. Okay. And then the last one is this little bag. Could this be a bag party? Heck yeah, it could. And all I have in here is more samples. And then I did make these little party packs. These little guys, you guys seen these, right? Where you melt the wax cubes. Because what happens is that 6 less testers I have to put in that bag. So now I've already got 6 of the new ones. So this little sample pack works really well for them. And I tell them, if you want to go ahead and melt that in a warmer as well, go ahead and try one of these out. It works every single time. And then, of course, like I said, testers, catalogs, and the most important documentation ever. You're like, what? Teach them how to bundle and save, guys. And my full catalog fundraiser, this page is predominant. Because when someone asks me how much a mini warmer is, I don't say it's $20. I say, you know, the mini warmers are good for kitchens and bathrooms. Do you know that we have a bundle and save deal? Buy 2 with 6 bars for $66. I can save you $10. I always share the bundle. I never say 1 bar is $6. When you come up to me and ask me how much my bars are, they're buy 5, get 1 free. 6 for $30. Bottom line, always upsell everything and share the value. People want to save money. You know, they do. Okay. Oh my goodness. Am I taking too long? Am I boring anyone yet?
This is amazing.
Yay!
I've got like 2.5 pages of notes right now. I love this.
Oh, stop. You're so sweet. Okay, we're good with that party. Everybody feels good with the bag. You can do a simple bag. This is like your friend works in an office. This is the bougie bag to take in. Like, this is the big bag. But sometimes the little small bag with just some testers, catalogs, and order forms, that's okay too. Oh, I did put a calculator in there because I want them to be able to calculate their tax. I don't want to have to come back and figure that out for them. Again, how well this party does is up to you coaching the person taking it. You can hand the person a bag, or you can tell them, try it, plug in the wall fan diffuser, warm that wax. It is about the experience, guys. You need a nose. That's it to sell Scentsy. That's it, a nose. Don't even need an outlet anymore. You just have a nose that smell it all. Okay.
Hey, Wendy, can I add that to real quick with the bag parties?
Yes,
for anyone on here, you guys can also mail out out of state people. I just did that. I just sent out 2, one to Texas and one to Mississippi or somewhere. I don't know where, somewhere out of state. But you can, if you use stamps.com, you can actually like literally do a return label and just stick it in the bag with an extra poly mailer. And I just send in like 15 testers and I bring them catalogs and I send it out with some samples in a bag. It might cost $20 to send it there and $10 in it, or I think it was like $12 there, $12 back. But if it's a successful party, I mean, that's so worth it. So you can still do parties out of state.
Absolutely. Also, of course, the party packs for your Facebook parties, whether it's just a few samples, testers, don't forget to send those out because those Facebook parties are going to be better by smelling, for sure, for sure. Okay, the next one, I'm like, woo. So here is, you guys probably have this already, but I'm going to share with you. It's my Scentsy text party postcard, okay? So, of course, it's for in a document. I can drop this form if you want it. I don't even know, but it's just Scentsy text party. Do you know what's really cool about that? Is it says, number 1, I'll set up a party link just for your party. You message your friends, you have a qualifying party, and you earn free and half price items. Guys, that's all it is. That's all it is. Could you give the host who's doing the thing a bag of testers and say, anybody who wants to come over and smell, they can. You've got to give them the opportunity. We are kind of going like just a piece of paper or actually, or just a text away. But if you can give somebody the opportunity to smell our amazing scents. It really makes a difference at a party. So I love the text parties, but I always offer a party pack or something to go with it as well. So that's another way to party as well. Another way is I had a friend call me the other day and she wanted to order a whole bunch of Scentsy. And I said, girl, you've got to quit just ordering all the things. Can you please join my team so you can get a refund on your purchases? She became certified in 3 days. Again, because she was going to order like $300 from me. And then I said, just here, I'm going to create a link for you real quick. Just share this with your friends and family. I dropped testers off at her doorstep. Boom, 3 days. So you just never know. Woo! Okay, any other questions about these parties or anything else? I got a couple things at the end I wanted to share too.
Let's see. I'm just reading through the comments for you real quick. Girl, I just sent out a sample bar for a girl to hang out and some friends who live out of state. Yes, I love bag parties. I make everything so that they can keep it. Then I send them a video on how to use it. I really believe in that, Chloe. If you guys don't have a YouTube, I highly suggest you get a YouTube to stop saying the same thing over and over again. Do a training one day, whenever. Do a training on, that's my next goal. I just did my training videos for my new consultants. My next one is my hostess coaching. And that way you can send the video to them before the party and you can hostess coach them. Yes, that's awesome.
It could be a QR code too. That's all it is. And it's so simple. Yeah. And that way it tells them the steps. Maybe you'll have one for the bag party or you have one for a text party. Basic stuff. That's all it really needs to be.
Now, so Kelly asked, do you have any tips for people with low inventory?
Well, all of these parties, the bag party, the text party, absolutely. If you've got testers and you've got a couple warmers in your home, those personal shopping ventures at your house, I'm telling you, be safe. Think about your family. I'm not trying to tell you to invite people in. You're like, oh my God, Wendy's not being safe. But you can easily invite somebody in, have them walk through your home as long as you feel safe, or you could bring things out in your garage or out front. I mean, in the beginning, I was doing porch pickups, but I was also meeting them outside, letting them take their goods and giving them a bag to go get more orders. That is how I hit top 50 for the Growth of Flow last time, because I tried Facebook parties. You guys see this wall? You know, I'd never done a Facebook party before COVID. True story. Changed my business. I can now do launch parties, relaunch parties. I just relaunched another girl's business right here from my office. She lives in Georgia. She met me 2 years ago at Scentsy Family Reunion and said if she ever rejoined, she'd sign under me. And she did. I don't know why, but she did. I just did a launch party for her because I could in my office while she's in Georgia, right? Super good. Did that answer enough? We good?
I think so. And Sam, I have another question. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sam said, how do you get your bag parties booked? So
what do you mean?
I'm guessing more, I'm assuming more like, I see a lot, I know on my social media from other consultants, a lot of people just post on social media and just say, who wants to have a bag party? I don't think that's the way to go. I think I'm a firm believer that Facebook hides that, and that's not the way to go. You need to talk to your customers, but maybe you can elaborate on that, on how you throw in a bag party idea to somebody without Facebook.
Every time someone calls me with an order, I ask them to do a bag party. I ask them to do a Facebook party. I ask if they want a personal shopping link to earn their stuff for free. Every time you ask, no matter what you ask, I don't care if you need that PRV. Trust me, you make good money selling Scentsy. You make great money when you contribute and build a team and sponsor. That is the difference. But it all has to start from sharing. It all has to start from share. We share, we sell, we sponsor, we do systems. Boom. Just like that.
Love it. All right. I think that was it.
Okay. 2 little quotes if you guys have no more questions. I hope it was helpful tonight. I hope you guys are thinking of all the things. Courtney, please reach out and tell me exactly what you want to have, whether it's all the fundraising, if you don't need any of that, you just tell me. I'm willing to share whatever.
I love the fundraising. I want to do a fundraiser. I want to do like all the I want to do all the bag parties. I literally have like pages of notes here. I want to do the fragrance flowers. Yes, that is my goal. I have that written down. I'm definitely doing a box in my car of samples. I want to reach out to some of my friends that work at offices to drop off like fragrance flowers. That's on my next order. This is awesome. I think the only thing that I would ask is a lot of people growing your team. How do you, okay, so I know with me, I do a crap ton of flip parties. I do flip parties. I offer the opportunity to everyone that does a party with me. I sacrifice a PRV for the new teammate because it's life-changing. So that I am constantly doing flip parties. That's all I do. And I think a lot of people that book with me are through my social media. So a lot of people reach out to me through my social media, through my stories. And they watch my journey with our new house and our camper and like all the things that we're doing. So I feel like that's bringing them in. But what would you say for someone that doesn't share on social media and trying to, I guess, get someone to join with them?
You know what I'm going to tell you is what happened pre-COVID, right in the very beginning. I was doing a home party because someone asked me to do that. And I never told her that the party was going to be hers or anything. I just said, let's wait till the end of the party. We'll talk about all the free and all the half price stuff. At the end of the party, her friends went crazy. It was like $1,200. I said, Jackie, you got to join my team. You really do. I can give you this much free, this much half price. This is what you just earned by joining tonight. For $99, you're going to get this. Again, I took the pressure off her feeling like this was her launch party. I didn't talk about it. I went there and shared and sold. I mean, every warmer I styled on the table, whether I put a eucalyptus ring, I put it on a stand. They took everything I did. No, not just every warmer. People want to see things styled as well. They really do. Not just sticking a bunch of warmers on boxes, which I do have an area I do that. But again, you take the pressure off of the people. You just say, let me come to your home. I'm going to meet your friends and family. You make it fun. No matter if you're having a bad day, the second you walk through that front door, you put your smile on, because even when you're having a bad day, when you smile deep, you know what your smile is? It's that thing. It's happiness that you find right under your nose. Find that smile, no matter what. Life is beautiful. You can look at all the bad things, but if not, you can look at this blessing. And I went into her house thinking, wasn't sure how the party was going to do. I drove an hour away out to Corona, this place. I had no idea. I had my truck loaded. I had a helper help me because I had so much stuff. They bought everything. I don't even know. It was crazy. She joined on the spot. I gave her all the sales. It was just beautiful. So she joined, she made money, she became certified, boom. But there was no pressure on her. Kind of like when you give someone a bag party, don't say, oh, and if you do really good, it could be your business. Don't say that. Give them an opportunity to earn free stuff. Let that be the goal. Then you go back to them and say, girl, you just sold $500. You just made $100, which is going to cost you to join. You just got $75 free and half price items. What the heck? Let me do that. All the pressure is off them. Kind of like when you also offer the opportunity. If it's not for them, say, look, I'm going to gift you this present, right? So I'm going to present you this packet. If it's not for you, please, this opportunity is amazing. Give it to someone else. Please let me know who you're going to gift it to. But so that way, I guarantee they're going to stop. They're going to open that packet and almost every time they join, because you took it off of them. You took it off of them. You said, refer it to someone else and I'll take care of you. Again, that's how it works.
And Emma said, hey, can you talk through if you have sponsoring conversations that people are interested, how to close in that sponsory? Our girls are having the combos, but having a hard time closing. And I honestly would say they're probably word vomiting. That's my opinion though, but what are your thoughts?
Everything I say is short and sweet and simple. It's not how much information you give them. It's the right way. It's also your tone. Listen to me. I know this sounds weird, but you can say, oh, I can't, or I can't. You have to listen to how you talk. I'm so careful when I text. That's why I do emojis. I want people to feel my heart. I can just say, I can't. That can also just mean, oh my God, I can't. I'm so excited. You have to make sure your facial expressions, because that's the first thing people see when you're one-on-one with them. This is different when you're being out, wherever you are, but you have to make sure your tone and what words come out, but don't give them too much information. Sit back, listen more, right? We have ears. 2 of them on the side of our head. We don't use them enough because we're too busy running our mouths. Sorry, but that's the truth. Sit back and find out what their needs are. It's not about you. Think of other people. When you continuously think of other people, because remember, I got my little quote here. Your greatness isn't what you have. You know what, guys? Your greatness is what you give. Continue to give. I get emotional about this. Continue to bless. And let's change lives. Let's make a difference. Let's think about this totally different. We don't always have to do social media. If it was ripped from us, look at how many things I gave you to do that weren't social media. Again, take 1 or 2 and focus on them, because you can't be a 10 in all of them. You can't. Let yourself go. Say, you know what? I'm going to do fundraising for the next 2 weeks until I land a fundraiser in March, because that's a brand new incentive and I'm going on that next trip, or taking all the prizes, or whatever it's going to be. I don't know. It's all about earning all the things.
That's amazing. I'm one of those people too, that like, when I write things down, like all this stuff, I'm like, all right, what can I do this week? I want to do everything, but I know that I can't. So I know that I'm going to pick up 2 things that I know will bring me sales. And I know a lot of people are struggling in sales right now. So these are like really good ideas for sales.
Highlight 1 or 2 things, guys, because otherwise you're going to look at all your notes and you're going to look at all the things, because we focus. We put all of our energy in 1 or 2 things. That's how we win. And I want everyone to win. I'm Wendy, right? There's a win kind of sounding in there too. My job is I want everyone in Scentsy to be happy and win. So just my heart. And I'm so thankful that you asked me to do this tonight. I hope somebody got something. I hope it was compelling enough to help you jumpstart your business and do all things great.
It was awesome. I'm so thankful you're on. This was amazing. This has pulled me out of even my own. I was struggling myself with some things, and this is like absolutely like mind blowing. I'm so excited to share this with everybody. I'm so excited to put my YouTube channel. This was awesome. I hope it helped everybody out too. And I know like people have talked about like sponsoring in the comments and stuff. And listen, guys, Rachel and Katie did a training last week, and they talked about, you know, whenever you talk to someone about sponsoring, I'm a firm believer, because I used to word vomit. I get so excited that I just start to spill everything, and then I scare people away. So my biggest thing is launch parties and flip parties. I'm always doing that. And I really think if you're sitting back and you're saying, well, no one wants to join, but you're not asking your hosts that you're doing parties with to join, then you haven't asked everybody. And I talked to this about Tori, who's our top PRV, #1 out of 13,000 people. And even she said she was struggling with that. And we had a chit chat, and I talked to her about it. And she was like, you know what? I'm not asking everyone that I do parties with to join. And she had two or three people join in the last like 6 weeks after having like a dead end. So just remember, ask people. And like Rachel and Katie said, if keep it short enough that when they open up their phone, they can read it on the notifications. So if they're at work and they're coming by and they're like, oh, okay, cool. And they put it down and keep going. It's in their head. They don't have to open it and read your paragraph. And then that way, when they come back to you and they're like, I'm thinking about joining Scentsy, can you give me information? My first response back is, well, hey girl, what do you need out of it? Or, what are you thinking? Or, what do you love about it? What questions do you have? And I will answer you. And that way they shoot me questions and I answer them one-on-one. Like I answer one at a time. That's what I do. I don't overwhelm anymore.
And it's a tough thing to handle, to sit back. It's tough to listen more. We're women, we gab. You know what you also do, and I'm just going to throw this out there, but I know you guys, every single day you wake up and you're scrolling through social media and comparing yourself. Well, she did this and she earned that and she looks like this and she bought that. Stop it. If that is bothering you, stop the scroll. Yep. Use your positive mind, your positive energy, and make a difference for the day. Because sitting on social media and comparing yourself going to get you nowhere. I'm sorry. It's not a comparison game. Nope. Do you, be you, do you, for you. And I promise, greatness will come in your beautiful business. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you, Courtney, for asking me.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you guys reach out when you land fundraisers or you get some high PRV. Show me some love. Let me know you guys got some greatness out of this, because I hope it helped you guys.
It did. It was awesome. Thank you so much again. Thanks,
guys. Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. So if you want to stay
That
on,
was awesome.
it
Sorry.
was. She's amazing, isn't she?
It was bomb.com.
If that does not light a fire in you,
So
I honestly don't know what will. Like, she is a vibe in herself, and she is super successful. And I mean, I needed to hear all that stuff. Like, I was like, wait, how do I get sales outside of social media? And now I feel like I know exactly what I need to do to get myself like the sales that I want, you know? That was so awesome. I'm going to do a fundraiser. I'm going to reach out to my friends and family that work in like businesses and order some fragrance flowers and some little stands on Amazon, because I feel like that could be amazing. And I'm going to do a one-on-one home party and maybe get a vendor over here as well, because that would be awesome. These are so good. I'm so pumped.
What did she say about the fragrance flower at, like, if it was a doctor's office or whatever, you take them a fragrance flower, and what else?
She said that
give it to them.
Yeah, just give it to them. So she had like a little stand that had her sticker on it, like a wooden stand from Amazon, and she, I guess, had like her little sticker and her code on it that they can scan. And she just brings it in. I guess she knew someone, and she was like, hey, can I bring this by? And they kept it up front. And then she got orders off of that and someone to join. And I'm totally doing that. That's amazing. Yeah. Because my mom, and I know that's good because my mom hates, like, she loves her Yankee candles. Like, when she would not do Scentsy. So for Mother's Day, I gave her a fragrance flower. She put it downstairs. And like the next day she called me and she was like, I opened my bedroom door upstairs and I smelled that thing in my whole house. I need a couple more of them. And now she's all full on warmers and full on fragrance flowers. So that's a really good way to like expand. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped. Let's see. Text parties. Yeah. The YouTube is awesome. I want to look at events too. That would be awesome, events. And then what else did she say that really struck me?
Will she be sending you them documents? Like,
yeah,
for the fundraisers?
I'm gonna share them and the leaders with the dream page. And then if you guys are not in the leaders, the dream page, just ask your sponsor, whoever your sponsor is, because they should be in that page. So they should be able to send that to you. I'll upload this tomorrow to YouTube, and then when she sends me the files, I'll upload them ASAP to the group as well. Because those fundraisers, that like breaking it down like that, I feel like is going to be a game changer for people, because that like is intimidating to me, like really intimidating.
Yeah.
So that's like exciting. But I hope this helped you guys. I was really excited that she did this for us and that she agreed, because I've never talked to her before. So that was like super exciting.
Yeah, I like watching her.
Yes, she is like amazing. A whole